Hey guys, it's Christina from Trillia Planning, bringing you my first ever Big Happy Planner plan with me. So this is last week, briefly, just to give you an idea. So this week I'm planning the second week of May. Um, this is my Trillia Planning business planner. So if any of you guys out there own small businesses, this is kind of how I track my things I need to buy, my YouTube stuff, any of the social media, and my to-do lists for the business. So the Big Happy Planner that I'm using comes undated, which is great because I was able to use it right away. But I do have to find numbers for it. So I'm using, as you saw there, the number pack from sticker value pack from me and my big ideas. So they have really cute numbers that matched pretty well. And I'm sorry it gets a little blurry. It will change back to not so blurry in a few seconds, but all I'm doing is putting down the numbers. So yeah, I really, really like the size of this planner right now. It gives me the perfect amount of room to get all those little like nitpicky to-do list items down that I didn't necessarily want to put in my regular planner. So yeah, it's pretty great in terms of space, and yeah, so we we see our first screw up. The one thing I don't love about the numbers is that there are only like 3 or 4 number ones. So when you need to do a week that starts, let's say, on week 10 or on number 10, then it kind of you don't have enough. So what I should have done is alternated fonts, because they have different fonts in the same color, but I did not do that. So that left me with a weird blue, which is kind of okay because it demarcates Mother's Day. So that's the full box out of one of the other sticker value packs that I'm basing all of my color scheme off of this month. And there you see a sheet of headers that I made myself that fit perfectly between the lines, which are a little bit wider than the classic, and I made them a little bit thicker than they would be in the classic as well, because I don't know, it just felt like if I made them any smaller they would kind of look too small, so I was able to write really big. And kind of make the headers stand out. So I'm just going through picking kind of all the colors that I needed for that worked really well. And I was trying to kind of, because I only made 4, I think, of each color, so that didn't actually work out really well in my week. So I tried to, or 3 of each color, sorry. So it really didn't work out well because I had to kind of figure out how I was going to stagger them. But I think I ended up doing okay. So yeah, so the top section is for my social media, and I found that's probably one of the hardest parts of owning your own small business that relies heavily on social media, is keeping up with social media, because I want to spend all day looking through Facebook and Instagram and trying to figure out what I love and other people to follow and to kind of post my own stuff, but there's really not enough hours in the day, so I have to really plan out my weeks, and I've found the last 2 or 3 weeks that I've been doing it has been way, way better. So I'm using a Sharpie pen or a marker there, and for some reason it stops working really well, and then I found another one and it stops working really well, so I'm kind of worried that the paper that I'm using, I was doing pen tests on the paper that I used, and it was working really well for Sharpie markers, but because it's thicker, so you can actually use a Sharpie marker, and it's kind of a vinyl, so I'm going to have to do some more pen tests because I don't want to tell people that they can use Sharpie markers and have them not work out so well, but they could have been kind of older markers that I was using and they were going to die anyway. So I do 4 things for social media every day, or at least that's my goal. The top 2, I do my Instagram posts, so I do 2 Instagram posts a day. A lot of days they're right together in the morning because I find that works really well, and I do it right before I go to work. Sometimes though, either I haven't been able to take a really good picture with the lighting or what have you, so I end up doing like maybe one in the morning and one in the afternoon. But my goal is to do one and one, or two, sorry, in the morning, because I really like that, and so I can repost them during the day if I need to. So that's the first two, and then the third one is just a regular Facebook page post that I make. So like I'll post in a group that I'm a part of because I really love my spread usually. So it's either like doing that. I post in different groups throughout the week. I don't know if this is weird or if this is what other people do, but I am not a huge fan of kind of spamming all the groups all at once. So I try and kind of use the groups that I'm a part of and not abuse them basically. So I try and post like once a day so that in each group so that it's not overloading, and also that if you're a part of 3 groups and I'm a part of 3 groups, you won't see that same post 3 times all in a row. I mean, I get it, that totally works for a lot of people, and it definitely makes it a lot easier, but I find that I skip those, and so I don't want people to skip mine. So that's kind of, I don't know, a tip or not a tip or something you shouldn't do, but it's something I do, and so I don't know if it's right or wrong, but it's what I feel like I should do. And then the fourth one is actually like a targeted ad that I do. So not an ad, but just kind of posting in a group that is like a buy sell trade group. So I'm either promoting my YouTube channel or my website or the Canadian shop we're featuring or talking about my sticker sub. So I also try and vary that a lot so that, you know, it may be to my detriment that there might not be as many people seeing what I'm posting, but I'd rather not a lot of people see and not annoy people at the same time. So that's kind of where I am, and maybe I should be more organic with it, but to be honest, I have a full-time job, I have 2 young kids, I have a husband who also has a full-time job and a side business as well. We are very busy people, and while I wish I could be more organic, and I wish I could be more spontaneous, and I wish that I could be at home and do Trillia full-time, there's certainly enough work in it. I just can't at this moment, so I have to be more planned and purposeful. So that's kind of the 4 things I do for social media every day. I don't know if it's the best thing to do, but it's what I'm doing right now, and it seems to be working. But I'm loving the colors from that full box that I'm using. It's an interesting color combination that I don't. So it's like a pinky purple, a mustard yellow, a navy, a mint kind of, or like a mint sea foam, and then it goes back to like pinky purple, and I think it's so totally cute for spring, and super bright and cheerful. And I did, my first week was all blue just because I was trying it out and I just wanted an easy thing to kind of just grab all the blue. But this week I thought I'd do something a little more maybe cheerful, I guess, although I do love blue. I think it's cheerful. So I'm putting the headers down for my second section. So it's odd because way back in 2014 or whatever, when I started planning decoratively, I used to definitely use the 3 groups, like the 3 sections as actually 3 sections, and it didn't work out for me, but that's how I started. And so it's funny that I've now gone back to that for this, and it actually is working for me. So in my regular life, apparently I don't like to be sectioned off, but in my small business life, it definitely works. So so this middle section is for just my parcel, so just the Trillia Planning parcel, because it is a little bit more labor intensive at the moment. So I'm giving it a whole section to itself. And kind of how I'm doing it is that I'm using like different kinds of like notes lists and other kind of full boxes and little to-do sections, and I'm kind of just very casually, very haphazardly placing them. So yeah, I just thought it kind of makes it look a little bit less formal. I don't know. And then my third section is for anything to do with stickers. So that's my sticker shop that I'm, ooh, maybe I shouldn't say that. It's my sticker shop that I'm opening sometime, I'm hoping in June. So watch for that. Or the stickers that I make for the parcel, or the stickers that I make for to put in the sticker sub if I'm going to be doing that. So yeah, anything sticker related goes there. So I also kind of ended up not doing um, headers in that section. I thought it might look a little too kind of matchy, if you will, but so kind of just doing like to do and then stickers underneath is what I did my last week. I can't remember if I do it this week, and then kind of oh my gosh, little to-do lists. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. It it either works or it doesn't. I'm just trying to free flow here. So my sidebar, I've dedicated it actually to the top portion to YouTube. So anything to do with YouTube goes along the sidebar. This week I had a bunch of stuff because I'd been away for so long that I wanted to get back in the swing of things. So I wanted to film 2 things, edit 2 things, voice over 1 thing, upload 2 things. So it was a lot. So that's that sidebar portion. And then at the bottom, I just can't remember now what I do. So I think I put in a quote, but I could be wrong. But so the top portion is definitely YouTube, and the bottom portion, closer to the bottom portion, is, yeah, there's a quote. Okay, good. So quote, and then the bottom portion is a to buy list. So if you have ever run a business, there's always something that you need to buy. So that's my little to buy section. So when I'm making an Amazon purchase or another vendor purchase, I just know to look there to see if there's anything else I can add to my order. And I know I'm kind of getting to the end of it, and I'm really sorry about all the light switches. It was a super sunny day, but there were clouds like passing in front of the sun, even though it was super nice and sunny. So that's what's going on with my lighting. It's not great, but and then I just kind of work in. I try and do. I work backwards from my shipping date in general, so I know kind of where I'm at in the month. I didn't have a ton Monday, Tuesday because all I was doing was prepping the parcels to go out on Wednesday. So that only takes one, little note to do. So I ended up putting this really cute font, like typo sticker, Happy Mind, Happy Life, and I thought that was really adorable, and it matched the pen that I was writing, but my penmanship is nowhere near as good. But it was maybe some inspiration. So I try and do like one, my goal is to do one thing for Trillia every day. Now it's kind of to get 2 things done every day, because something for stickers and something for Trillia. So sometimes that's just as easy as turning the printer on and then doing some designing. So both sticker and Trillia gets kind of some love every day. So if I end up adding some things during the week, that's fine. If I end up doing things earlier, that's totally fine too. I just kind of make sure that I have at least one thing that I could be doing. So I'm never sitting here thinking like, oh, what could I be doing for Trillia? And because I want to spread out the amount of time I spent on Trillia, so it's not all kind of nearing the end of, or nearing the close to shipping day as possible. So I can, spend time with the kids and the husband, and maybe get a shower in here or there, that kind of thing. So yeah, so that looks like that's about it for the week. I kind of give a little bit of a better view of it, but this is my Big Happy Planner. So if you have a Big Happy Planner, I know there's not a lot of Plan With Me's out there for it, so I just thought I'd put mine into the fray there, I guess, and I'll let you know what it looks like and what you can fit in and how awesome it is. So there it is, there's my week, and I love the way it looks. Super pretty,